President Obama came into office, and I want people to get serious about this. I mean, everybody runs around, thinking that in 9 months, a year, you can just turn this huge ship around. I don't know if any of you have ever been on a big ship. As a Navy guy, I'll tell you, you can turn that wheel, all the way, full rudder, one side or the other, and nothing happens for a little while. Then suddenly, it starts to turn. It takes a long time to turn a big ship around. It's the same thing with an economy like this. A year ago, in the months leading up to President Obama being sworn in, we were losing, I think in September, October, November, December of 2008, when he was elected, we were losing 675,000, 700,000, 750,000 jobs a month. And in the month that Obama was sworn in, the very month of January, a year ago he was sworn in, we lost 800,000 jobs. That's what he walked into. That's the day he walked into. The deficit was already in the trillions of dollars. It had gone, if you recall, from the surplus that we left President Bush, $5.6 trillion surplus when Bush came into office. And then we started a war we never had to fight, trillions of dollars. And they gave a tax cut we couldn't afford to the richest people in the country. And all of a sudden the deficit went like this. And the priorities for the country went like that, through the floor, as Steve just said. That's the truth. Those are incontrovertible facts. Since then, I was talking with Drew O'Brien, my state director, as we were driving up here. February 17th, I think, is the anniversary of the passage of the Recovery Act, Stimulus Act. I'm planning to go out and show the state what we did then, because it's very, very significant. Ask your police chief and your fire chief right here in Lowell what they were able to do because of the additional money in the stimulus. Avoid layoffs. We're not at full force, but we avoided the kinds of layoffs that would have taken place, and your public safety would have been at risk. Avoided layoffs of ladders and so forth in the fire department. Avoided layoffs of teachers. Now think of what that means. I was just talking to Dick Howe, the Register of Deeds here, and a great family of Lowell for a long period of time. He's got a son who I remember holding in my arms when he was a young kid, who's now a sophomore at Harvard. And he got there through the public school system here, all the way. And what would happen to the next kid who wants to go to Harvard out of the public school system if they start dropping teachers? You have to think about quality of life choices in this process as we try to create jobs and build the future. Now, we want to listen to you here today. I don't want to just talk at you, but I want to provoke in you some thoughts about, what do you think would make the most difference to our ability to be able to create jobs in the Merrimack Valley? What do you think would make the most difference to our ability to be able to help individual citizens so they don't feel the kind of pressures that they feel today? Now, in our judgment, we thought that one of the critical things that would help our economy and help individual citizens is lower the cost of health care. Reduce the burden of health care costs so that American businesses can be more competitive with other countries. If you've got $1,200 to $1,500 per automobile cost, that is just health care. Every car you buy or drive, $1,500, $1,200 is health care costs for the employees who make it. Small businesses. I talked to many small businesses. I was, as Nikki said, chair of the Small Business Committee for years. We have small businesses that want to do the right thing. They want to give their workers health care, but they can't afford it. Well, yesterday, the president said we're going to give a major not yesterday, in the health care bill, we put in a major tax credit to small businesses for the premiums